Hey, hola, mi gente. It's your man, the Afro-Rican Orlando Crespo, giving you the rice and beans. Know what I mean? What up, slime?
Hey. What's happening? It's your boy Colin Park, son. Here with a little paint. Well, it ain't a little seasoning with some reasoning. I ain't got nobody to introduce. We got our lovely co-host,
The first lady of the Hunger Room.
First lady of the Hunger Room.
Here to piss the people off again.
Yeah, last time you ruffled a couple of feathers last time. One girl said I had to log off. I couldn't even finish the show. I said, wow.
Like that?
Like
I'm going to go back and check that episode out.
Yeah, she did too.
She did.
She said I had
She
to go.
was mad.
Big man.
Y'all know who it is.
Hey.
Had some fun.
Yeah, he just walked up in here. You fresh off the plane, ain't you, bruh?
Yeah.
Okay. Where you was at, though?
Minding my business.
Oh, wait a minute.
Just like that. Right off the top.
Yeah, you know.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, that's what we doing.
Moving on.
He shot you.
Mine, yours.
In other news.
That's right.
did.
And the other.
Mine,
In
yours.
other news.
That's all good. Man, we got a lot to talk about today. We ain't got to do no interviewing or nothing, but we gonna plug our girl anyway. You know, y'all know about that the Jolin skincare. Gonna check it out. She dropped them seasonal flavors, and they be hitting you up for them seasonals.
Yeah, the cashmere's, that's what everybody want right now.
Okay.
It smells straight like luxury.
Oh,
So,
Wow.
okay.
I'm like luxury.
yeah, that's all the texts I'm getting. It's like, yeah, I feel like a black queen, and yeah, it's the scent of luxury. Even the men folk put it on. One girl said her husband.
You feel
he
like
put
a black
it on.
queen too?
That queen word. That's we ain't gonna talk about that today.
So when you was at my lady, when you was ashy, what did you feel like this?
That's what I was thinking. Like, what was you
It's the
thinking?
smell.
But I
the
get it.
scent.
I
just
get
makes it puts them in a good frame of mind. That's all.
So
That's
it's
all.
unisex then.
It is. Yeah.
I ain't putting it on if it made me feel like a black queen. I
That's what I'm saying.
ain't not wearing that.
One dude
Said
said.
cashmere.
Made me feel
One
light
girl
around.
said her husband put it on when he was heading out with the fellas, and he was like, "Yeah, this the one right here." So
She was like, "Yo, never put that shit on again."
she
But-
kind of was though.
but
They
the
don't like when a
What?
husband.
But the context was he said, I'm going out with my fellas. Let me throw this cashmere on.
Hey.
Is that what he said, or did
I'm
he
not
just
doing
pick
that
up-
with
I don't
you.
know.
I'm not doing
I
that
don't
with you.
know.
I'll wear that shit. I'll
Anyway,
wear
I
it.
don't know what to
make
tell
sure y'all check her products.
No
out.
doubt.
Yes,
I'm gonna
indeed.
put that one in my empty
I'm going
cart.
to give me some of that cashmere.
I'm gonna put that in my empty cart.
Y'all just wear that around the house. Yeah,
in
yeah.
your cart. Yeah,
Your
check
cart.
them emails.
You know what I'm saying?
Check them emails.
I'm
You
looking
letting
for the-
that cart.
I'm
that
looking for the
cart go.
sales.
Her
Keep
group be
missing
out
the
there.
sales.
Her group be out the chain though.
Yeah.
Yeah, they be out the chain
My
in there.
group is good. They love me. Most of them.
You got a group?
I
Surprise.
got a Facebook group too.
Why you ain't let me in?
Did you ask the?
I didn't
to
even know
join
you
the
had
Facebook
one.
Group?
I
Right,
ain't know
because you
you-
don't check your emails.
Yeah, I sure fucked up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When you hit
Yeah.
that abandoned cart, you got about 4 or 5 emails from me.
You did? What you say?
Oh, I don't play no games. Come back and get your shit.
Let's see
Go
what happened.
ahead, run
me
that
see.
money back over
Let me
here.
see. We got these made up holidays. Which one next?
Oh, I don't do. I don't. No, I
Labor
don't
Day.
run myself
Look,
like
somebody
that.
hit me.
They don't do calendar
Shout-
holidays.
Right.
Yeah, I
shout
don't run
shout
myself
out
like
shout
that.
out Brian K. Thomas in the group. He hit me the other day and was like, it's Middle Child Day. I said, man, I don't go by none of this stuff.
Middle Child Day.
Yeah,
Saw
I
that.
think it was Thursday or
That's
Friday.
real?
They
Yeah,
came,
every
but they
day
just
is a
came
day.
up with something.
Yeah.
What?
And then
it's
you
the
pull it up. We was
crazy-
talking about
yeah,
it, and
it's
you
the-
pulled it up, and it's something every day.
Every
is a
single
national
day.
something.
Some-
It's good for content, but yeah, it's crazy as hell. I mean, like National Blueberry
Oh,
Day
so-
and all types of shit.
So that
I've heard
National Breast Day, that shit was real.
Probably so.
Oh, I thought
Yeah,
somebody was
'cause
a
there's
pervert.
like
I just ran with it.
There's like a National Masturbation Day
What?
and all
What?
type of yeah.
Did you wipe these mics down?
Oh yeah, I did. I still got the wet wipe.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
You
just
need
asking.
What you saying? I been here just juicing up all the microphones. What you talking about? Huh?
You talking about that? You talking about that? Damn. I'm like, what?
That's what I'm saying. I'm like,
It's some pervert. Oh, next thing I know, police gonna be in here locking me up
I'm gonna go in the studio and
and just shoot off.
blast the
Just,
microphones.
just shoot the club up in the studio.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, why would he ask you that?
I was like, what?
That was a shot.
Oh man,
It's
this
all
guy.
good. It's all good.
It's all
Gotta
good.
I
love it.
appreciate them. But yeah, I hear like Titty Tuesdays and stuff like that. That really
Now
happened?
that's I think some social media shit.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm
But
saying.
other stuff like National Pancake Day, when you see IHOP doing stuff like that, yeah, those things are real. Someone
thought it was all some
sat
bullshit,
down.
I
Nah,
remember we talked
there's
about it. She
something for
pulled it
every
up.
single
Yeah.
day. National Beach Day.
What?
It's crazy.
I need to find me some.
But if you have a business, it's great for content and all that
Podcast
type of
day.
shit.
What day is
Okay.
National Podcast?
It could be one.
Could
Truth
be.
be told.
Might want-
Look that shit up.
Yeah, look it up. And let these folk out here know that
We do have a
Guys,
podcast.
we got a
Make sure you
podcast.
subscribe and like. Found on all platforms.
Subscribe, like, and share.
And share.
Oh,
Tell your
man.
mom and them.
All right, where y'all want to start? Y'all want to start serious or y'all want to just
Whatever we
get
do,
right
we
into
do.
it?
Let's go.
I want to start off a little bit. I'm talking about the justice system a little bit. Just recently, it was in Ohio. I don't know the names and I don't know the exact cities, but this was in Chicago. I mean, in Ohio. You had two women, one white, one black. The white woman, she was arrested. She was stealing. She's like a secretary for some kind of business. She was stealing $20,000 a year for 20 years. So that's $200,000 or $250,000 that she stole.
200 and how much?
It was like,
Run that math again.
well, this is the number. I'm just giving the numbers.
Oh, okay.
So she probably escaped,
Oh, okay.
So overall, she stole $250,000. But the breakdown, they said she was stealing $20,000 a year for 20 years. So she came in, saw the judge and all them. She gave up $200,000. She gave up her pension, paid back $200,000. Okay. Let's talk about the black lady. Black lady, secretary at a high school. She was stealing. She stole $42,000, and she was only able to pay back $5,000. That was all the money she had saved. The white woman got 2 years probation. The black lady got 18 months in jail. So much that the Supreme Court judge of Ohio wrote back to the judges in that whole city and said, this is crazy. Like, how can y'all do these things based off of somebody's race?
Mm-hmm.
And
Strictly.
something has to be done about this biased justice system.
Okay.
For somebody, she got to do 18 years. And this lady did the crime.
18 years or 18 months?
I mean, 18 months,
Okay.
my
I said,
bad.
God
Yeah,
damn.
18 months. Yeah.
42G.
Right. So it's crazy how the justice system and a lot of people that don't like to look at the truths of this country, they still kind of pushing by it and not want to look at it like we are at a disadvantage from the time we are born
Yeah.
on every level of life, you know? And it's just amazing to me that it takes so much for you even just to recognize it, but you're still not doing anything about it.
I'm surprised that the Supreme Court acknowledged that it even took that.
Who did acknowledge that? Was it a black person or a white?
Was it judge black or white?
I don't know what at
The one that took it back to him.
the Supreme Judge, the
Yeah.
Supreme Court. I don't know. I didn't look at the race on him, but of course the judges for the.
We know it wasn't Clarence Thomas. we know that.
I mean,
Clarence.
we can't be looking for white folks to all of a sudden think that, we're equal folks. That's just not going to happen. And it would literally take a whole act of God, dark lightning. I've been watching Manifest in order for some change to come. That's what a dark lightning reference
I
came
was like, okay.
I don't know.
But so it's never going to change to the point where we really have to be that much better than them all the time, because shit, that's just how it go.
You said
And
that
it's
on
unfortunate.
you said that on the show a long time ago.
What I said.
He did, not you.
Oh, excuse me. I mean, you be looking all over, so I don't know.
My eyes like marbles. But anyway, you said that on the show a while ago that we got to always make sure we on our shit, because if you end up in them people's courthouse, don't go in there thinking I should only get this.
Right.
Right.
So they're going to reduce her sentence or increase the white ladies?
Well, they looking into it. I hadn't heard anything.
You
know that.
What? I mean, I know
Stealing is stealing.
Right.
Plus, they done banged the gavel on the white lady, so they can't.
Yeah,
they can't raise her shit like we fucked up. We had you more time.
Right.
They ain't gonna do that shit.
We gonna throw an extra 2 years on your probation. Nah, they ain't gonna do that.
They ain't doing that.
This happened like last week, so it's still in the works. When I looked it up to try to get something recent, I ain't seen nothing else shit.
I'm about to follow that. I ain't heard nothing about that. I'm glad.
I'm gonna get check that out.
Check that out.
More lighter. Jeopardy. Fans of Jeopardy. They found a new host.
Oh yeah, who is?
It's not who you think it is. Who did you think it was gonna be?
I mean, Aaron Rodgers was alright with me.
A lot of people wanted LeVar Burton, Reading Rainbow.
Right.
He was one of the popular.
Right.
Yeah, he was one of the popular guys ago.
Who they get?
He didn't get it.
Who they get?
They got one of the executive producers that already worked there. What? And yes, and what they did a dual host. Y'all remember Blossom?
Yeah.
She's gonna dual host. So Blossom will come in and do like when they have celebrity
the chick
stuff.
Blossom?
Yeah.
Her
name.
Neurosciences.
Oh, for real?
Yeah,
she's
pretty
smart as shit.
Yeah, she's
there
pretty
she
smart.
go then.
Her name, I don't want to just degrade her and not say her real name. Her real name is Mayim.
I think it's
Mayim Bialik.
Oh, okay.
But I know her as Blossom. We all know her as Blossom.
I mean, if she's smart as hell.
She's a legit neuroscientist.
They're doing a dual guest host. But the issue with this is that executive producer used to work for The Price is Right, and he had 3 lawsuits from discrimination where he wasn't giving jobs to minorities.
Okay.
I mean,
giving people the shots.
It's the NFL.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Ain't no Rooney rule in
This
Jeopardy.
ain't nothing new.
Ain't no Rooney rule in Jeopardy.
Shit, that's some bullshit anyway.
Right.
So, I mean, I'm not surprised.
Let me just interview you first.
Right.
And get it out the
So
way.
They don't
he
even do
left.
that shit no more.
What?
Make sure they interview
a minority.
a minority. They don't even do that shit no more.
Yeah.
I mean, we could really just let this go. Alex Trebek is Jeopardy.
it's
That's what
a
we've
wrap.
known forever. Just, show the
I'll be
reruns and let it ride.
I watch it for the questions, bro. I don't give a damn who reading it.
Right.
Like,
Trebek had his thing, though. That was...
I mean, but he did. You got to move on.
Yeah, you're right.
But just cancel the show.
Hell no.
They ain't canceled the show. That's NBC staple. That's one of they staples.
That's like taking prices right on. They ain't
but it just need to go.
Because I started with Bob Barker with Price Right.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that should be on at work, so you had no choice but to watch it.
Man,
right.
Drew Carey ain't. He ain't
It ain't the same.
That should be
He
on
ain't
work
that guy.
Every time.
every day. Well, we got a fire stick now, so we ain't having it.
Man, where you working?
Right.
Our fire stick started at 7 in the morning, bro.
They watching verses for
all
breakfast.
day.
They watching verses for
Sports
breakfast.
Center till 10, and then I'll find some urban movie to put on.
You
Yeah,
just gonna make them.
What about your Caucasian colleagues that don't want to watch it?
they're mechanics.
I
I
Don't sit
can't
in there.
watch Boys in the Hood for the 5th day in a row.
They gonna send an email to the supervisor. In the break room,
Yeah, one
we're
day-
always having to watch these movies.
Yeah, one
These
day I
guys
turned
selling
on,
drugs
I turned on Rocky and went outside for 2 hours.
just to appease them.
Just to
Give them a
You
little
take the
piece.
remote with you or something so they
No,
can't
they-
change it?
I mean,
Rocky? Which
it's-
one? Which Rocky?
It's my little brother's fire stick, but he put it up there, but they know not to touch it. We'll take it down then.
Which Rocky was it? The first one?
3.
3?
Yeah.
So that was
Mr.
with
T.
Mr. T.
Yeah. I would boom outside 2 hours.
I mean,
That's
Rocky's
rude
a
as
good
hell.
movie.
Yeah, I mean I love Rocky.
Rocky's a good movie.
But you ain't gonna be, one day, I be every now and then I had to walk in there and turn something off. What is y'all watching? Nope.
What was the last one you turned off? You remember?
We did. It was a collective. We turned it off. It was Players Club.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Can't, come on.
I say,
Players Club
You can't
at
do
work.
that.
I say, yo, I ain't going out like that.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't do that. That's just wrong.
It's always one person to ruin it. Always.
Gotta find balance in the workplace, though. Gotta cater to the
Ain't no
other
balance
man
with Ralph,
too.
though.
Cater.
You know,
Cater to what man?
the other man.
Ain't no
What's
balance.
on,
with
what's on
Ralph.
the card,
It's just
bro?
us.
What are you talking about?
It's just us.
Huh?
It's just us in the workplace.
What you talking
Oh,
about?
he said the other man.
Yeah.
Right.
I put on Rocky. Shit.
She said to start.
They want to see
What
throw
you know?
Mama from the train. They want to see Short Circuit too.
They won't watch
First of all, what y'all not gonna do is sit here.
Little shop of horror.
Yo, If they
Little
did,
shit hard.
wait, stop that, because if they did that shit to us, we'd be mad. So stop.
That's why I said find some balance.
You're
real,
right.
for
You're right.
real.
They be like,
Stop
oh,
that
they
shit.
just want to see boys in the hood.
Yeah, you know
all
what I'm
day.
saying? So stop that
I
shit,
can
man.
take an appropriate joke though. I just can't
Nah.
take the rude ass shit they do. So
But
I don't care if
wanna
they,
be, hell no, I'm a care.
I
So
would laugh at that one. I
stop
would laugh at that.
Hell no, motherfucker was sitting over here like, I mean, we
Now, if
could have
you-
turned on minutes. I probably jumped over the table.
I would have laughed.
I'm
Now,
not-
if you say something about, oh, you want some fried chicken and watermelon,
Same
now
shit,
we
though.
fight.
Yeah,
now we
that's
fight.
different.
but
That's
you
different.
open the door for that. I'm not opening the door for that kind of
I
shit.
get
Yeah,
it.
stop
I
that
get
shit,
it.
bro.
I get it. You can't set that
Yeah,
crime.
Hell
like
no.
that.
Okay, leave that
I
shit
can dig
alone.
it.
Don't
I
do
can
If
dig
you
that.
do give them an inch, it's too much. They'll do the
Oh
most.
man. All right, let's move on. Tesla. For all y'all love Tesla. Everybody on this whole
don't know
electric
why.
car
I want one.
situation. Hey, it's
want
a
one.
nice
sleep.
situation.
They sleep.
And this
Forget to plug it up.
this probably
I'm gonna
wouldn't.
forget to plug it up.
Oh yeah, you be stranded somewhere.
You paid all that money
You
for that.
right, be stranded somewhere.
Plug right there at the house.
right.
Goofball.
But this probably ain't gonna discourage anybody from not getting it. But at the plant in California, there have been a lot of complaints and things filed on racial discrimination, workplace racial discrimination on it. So much to the effect that one guy just got awarded $1 million for his discrimination and his workplace environment he had to deal with, and he broke it down, and he was talking about how they was calling him nigga all the time, and they said they do that that's just commonplace there. Said also they had murals or swastikas in the restroom, and nobody took the effort to
Graffiti.
paint over it, clean it up, or none of that stuff, and it was just commonplace. And so a lot of people had filed complaints and nothing was done. So he ended up quitting, and he ended up taking it to court, and there was enough evidence to rule in his favor, and he got $1 million out of it. So
Anybody get fired?
I doubt it.
Then it don't matter.
I doubt it. Of course, they just paid
That's hush money.
yeah.
Don't get rid of them. Back to these niggas.
Pretty much.
Oh man.
I'm also wondering
I'm
how
just
many
saying.
other black people worked there that was okay with what was happening.
And they said it was 3 to 4 years, and this is on the assembly line.
He stayed there for 3 to 4 years going through that. They pay that well.
Probably.
If they send him up,
We don't know what his
Amazon
job
does
was.
it,
We don't know
so-
what his job is.
He was on the belt. He was on the
He was on assembly
line.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody get fired. It don't matter.
I read in the article that
True.
some of the, not me, but they had to perform tasks that were below their pay grade too.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Read that.
But
Most
but you
companies do
can't
that
sue.
shit
You
well
can't.
under
we do
the-
that.
No, but you know
under the guise of
Did you see that fight?
you can. No, I'm not doing that. I got too
sorry.
much seniority.
Sorry. Go ahead, Johnson. I'm
Nah,
good.
y'all good. Y'all had a whole moment because y'all mad as hell about some shit. It's fine.
Yeah, we do that shit.
Yeah, I mean that work doing stuff that's outside of your job description. I think that just happens everywhere. So, I mean, unless it was just the black folks and nobody else, then okay, now we have an issue. But these companies ain't shit across the board. So
Right.
Ain't nobody lose no
That's fine.
job. It don't fucking matter.
Yeah. And I didn't read anything about
Yeah,
anybody.
they
losing
ain't
a
telling
job,
you we paid
so,
him and fired Buddy.
Mm-hmm.
It don't matter.
Yeah. And like you said, the guy quit. He quit because he said it was just I had
It's too
enough,
much.
and that's when he took it to court. So again, this commonplace for them.
they
Yeah, I
seem to
mean-
be keeping this pretty hush too. I'm not all up on everything that's going on, but something like that, I'm surprised it
think it would've
hasn't
been-
hit the social
Because
media.
they making that money.
Mm-hmm.
That's all America care about. Make that money.
Capitalist society.
Yeah. make that money.
Americans.
Yeah.
That's
counting all-
interesting.
I'm counting all you niggas.
I just found out about this stuff.
Yeah, I hadn't heard about it
I don't-
until.
I don't think Elon Musk give a damn about that. He taking spaceships into outer space and stuff.
He thanking his employees for busting their
Yeah,
ass.
contributing
to that
shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go live
That's
on
kind of shit he
another
doing.
planet.
So I mean,
Right.
He
but
probably don't even know what the hell going on over there.
he know. That's how that. Oh, he wrote that check.
That's why that settlement happened.
quick.
Yeah, he wrote
Yeah.
that check
Let's
quick.
go and
Quick.
Get
shut
rid
him
of
up.
it. Get rid of it.
He knew then, but prior to that, man was too busy worrying about the next step.
Let's
just making sure
let's
the bottom
let's
line
do a
was
follow
good.
up on that. See if that guy got fired.
Okay.
That's what I need to know. That
All right. So
if
we
he-
got 2 follow-ups. We got the white lady and black lady in Ohio.
Did you
And
make a
then-
note because you know you're gonna forget?
Oh, we
See
watch-
me get-
Oh, okay.
Look, I am not gonna go against somebody that's telling the truth. I forget a lot. I see people. Hey, what's his name?
Oh yeah, I'm terrible with that.
I do that all the time.
I don't even be listening to folks' names half the time.
That's me.
when
That's
they-
why I'm
Yeah.
terrible with it. I be like, what's your name? And I'll be
I don't even ask. They
You gotta
just
repeat
say
it. That's
and
the
then-
secret.
I know. I
It'll
know.
stick.
I tried that.
I mean,
It still didn't work.
it worked.
That
Me.
doesn't.
I
Cause
tried
I'm
it, it
not
didn't work.
focused.
You
I'm
just
not
don't pay
focused in on it.
attention.
Yo, about
Well,
to-
I'm more
you
on the
know,
conversation as opposed to.
I just realized I ain't gonna probably see you again no time soon.
Right.
It's a care thing for me. I really don't.
But I do it at work, and I be like talking, having a conversation. Then about
That's
2
what
days
people
later,
say
I
all
be
the
like,
time.
I be wanting to be like, dang, what? And I had to be peeking when
And
they
they
looking
know
the
you
other
too.
way and look at their badge. When they looking at
Charles,
That's
yeah.
kind of bad.
Hey, I do it too, bro. I thought I was the only one.
Oh no,
That's
I
kind
peep
of
them
bad.
badges.
Folks you see all the time.
I peep them badges. Or even
They might get you though. They be like, I told you, call me Squeaky C. How you get that?
I'm calling no grown man squeaky
That's what I
seat.
was about to say.
You know what I'm
The
saying?
hell?
squeaky feet.
They call me Squeaky C. in
Nah,
the hood.
quick rumors
Hit
get
that
out there.
surgeon.
Another thing I used
that.
Another thing I used to do, like when I would meet like a girl I was trying to talk to, and we talking, and of course your names are exchanged, but I don't forgot by the time the conversation over with. I pull my phone out. Hey, oh, what's your number? Boom, boom. Oh, okay. I say here you go. I just hand the phone over. Just go ahead and put it in there.
So I don't spell it wrong.
So I don't want to spell your name wrong. So
Definitely
just go on there, go and put your info in
Little
there.
secret. I hear you. Little slick move.
Another one.
You all work it in there where you care.
Oh yeah, for
We all
sure,
do those types of things.
for sure.
Did you make your note though?
I
before
did.
you-
I did the
oh,
note.
okay.
I did.
Oh,
Okay, I did the first one.
I ain't saying right nothing either. But
I did. No, I make marks. So I don't have to.
Yeah, we just. I just want to know what for my personal, because we put that info out there. Ain't nobody gonna change what they gonna do with no time.
Yeah.
I'm impressed you catching this guy. He never gets fact checked.
Just look at Gurkha.
You know?
That didn't really change.
Gurkha.
Yeah.
With Gurkha, yeah.
Gurkha, yeah.
Yeah, I researched it. What happened was they took him off.
They took
They
him
took
off.
him off, but he still
He
had
got
50 shares.
Yeah, he got shares.
And they was trying to go after that. After that, it went dead.
Yeah, it went dead.
My
They ain't
line
taking
went
that
dead
back.
after
Same
that.
with Papa John. Same thing with Papa John.
Yeah.
That's how it always goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
We got-
Gurkha, that's a cigar for people that don't know. It's a cigar brand. The owner at the time, he was very pro-Trump, and he would talk about how a lot of things, they shouldn't protesting and all that is foolish, it's dumb, and they don't need this, and they went, So he was just another pro-Trumper. Like, what was the president for the season? Adobo.
Adobo.
Goya.
Adobo.
My bad. Goya.
Go ahead.
Goya.
Put some respect on it.
Okay. All right.
Goya.
Another one.
So so along those same lines. So
Right.
basically, he tried to apologize. I was like, nah, homeboy, you got to go.
I hate the apologies though. Like,
you
keep
meant-
that same energy. That's what you meant. You apologizing because you don't want your
I
money
got a
to
question
be
for
hurt.
you.
Always follow
Is
it up with
this
an apology.
true? I need to ask you and you only.
Okay.
Is this a difference in Sazon?
And they both. That's a Goya product.
But what I'm saying is it difference? Like, I had to
Between
pick up something the other
brands.
day,
Okay.
and I picked up the bottle, right? A Sazon instead of the box.
Okay. It was a liquid form.
No. It was all the box is
Powder.
yeah,
Like
and
seasoning.
so is the bottle. It's
Got
just
you.
you know what I'm saying. I was told that the box is the Puerto Rican kind, and the bottle was
The Mexican.
Mexican kind. Yo, this shit fucked me.
Hey, but you know what?
Me like that.
That's real though.
Is that real?
No, it's not.
It's not.
No, it's
oh,
not.
okay, though.
No, it's not.
How
Where you get this
I'm
information?
saying,
My
I'm
Puerto
saying,
Rican brother.
right? I was finna
Told
say,
me that. I bullshit you.
yeah,
Not.
I was finna say the Puerto Rican and Mexican thing is real. The division between Puerto Ricans and Dominicans,
We talking about
Oh, yeah.
a
a-
seasoning, bro.
You talking about seasoning?
even the language.
We
even
talking
the-
about seasoning though.
Yeah.
But you know, people
You're right.
feel a certain type of way about that.
Because I brought
You
the
right.
That's
I brought
really
the
what it boils
I
down
brought
to.
You right.
the bottle. 'Cause
Okay.
I'm like, okay, I can get more for my dollar. I get the bottle. You know, I'm looking at the money on the side. You know what I'm saying?
Not with $5 bread.
So I
you
walk
right.
in the crib. I'm like, yo, boom, boom. He said, why you ain't get the box? So what's the difference? The same. He said, no, it ain't. He said the box is the Puerto Rican kind, and then the bottle is the Mexican. Shit fucked me up, dog. Yeah, he was serious. He wasn't like joking. He was serious. That's why I had to ask.
I'm part of the Puerto Rican group on Facebook, and I'm gonna definitely post that and see.
Please,
and then I'll
follow up with that.
screenshot all that.
We gotta follow. I gotta write that hole because we ain't even talking about. I gotta write that.
So that's like saying, are we gonna say Morton and Lawrence? Is that what we gonna do?
No, bro, that's too different.
I like Morris, but Morton actually better. Me personally.
I don't use either one of them.
So yeah, you Mrs. Dash.
Nah, I don't
Fresh.
use
She don't use that. She got
the Cab Farmers Market.
and
pepper buds in her front yard. She go out there.
Himalayan sea salt.
Her stuff come in them little containers with the label on there. It ain't no brand name.
Wow.
They had to type the price on there.
Screw on little twisty on the top.
That shit is fresh.
Yeah.
When you go pay your damn $6 for that smoked paprika, and mine is $2.99.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's convenience for me. I ain't
Take
going way down there.
Take your ass to the Cab Farmers Market and get
The
them
cab.
spices.
Yeah, I might as well get the $5. How much gas I'm gonna spend to get
goes
there?
a long way.
Not
You
for
got
you
to go out
though.
there every
What?
week.
The Cab Farmers Market, that's right around the street
It's
from
like,
you.
no, I'm in Ellenwood.
Yeah, but I'm coming from Stockbridge.
How long it take you to get there?
About 35 minutes.
Okay, that's
So if it take you 35
Take me
minutes,
30.
Come on.
For y'all, yeah.
Come
For you,
on.
not so much.
Skip. Come on.
That's him.
Skip.
Come on, Skip.
Y'all like to shop at Publix though, because it's right up the street.
I go for convenience. I go for convenience.
I go to
There's
I
other
go to
stuff in the other
Publix,
direction right here.
Walmart, Target for my mouthwash,
And Kroger.
Kroger, and BJ's and Publix. And,
If you live like near
Sam's
Trader
Club.
Joe's or
Sam's
Whole
Club.
Foods, you like rich.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I don't do Trader Joe's.
What's the closest store to you? What's the closest grocery store to you?
Ingles.
Do you go there?
I do.
Okay.
she
Really?
like, yeah, I going to get some eggs. I think
They never have a line, and it's
Ingles-
always clean.
Ingles,
I've
I would
been
say,
in
is
there,
kind of like
And it smell like
Publix.
But it's
smell like
clean.
popcorn
It's
in there all the
clean.
time.
Yeah, they
Man,
don't
it's
know,
clean.
It's
The
bright ass lights.
Right,
They
the
got
floor
plants all in the
signs.
front and
Oh, yeah.
shit.
They got people at every register.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
my
don't play
house.
no
Yeah.
games over at the Ingles.
They
They
got-
got
You
popcorn
really
out
ain't
there.
waiting in no lines
Yeah.
over
There's
at
only
Ingles.
They got a
people in
popcorn
that
machine in there.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I
The
get my
deli
shit
In the
section.
from-
deli.
That's where you
Oh,
got your little
crazy.
juice
That
from.
deli
Nah,
be out the
that's the
chain.
Cab
though.
Farm.
See, I thought you
Market.
let
That was the Cab
remember
Farmers
that.
Market.
Yeah, that's the Cab
Don't
Farmers
get nobody else a plug on the show.
I get
okay?
my good ginger beer though from
See what I'm
from
saying?
Ingles.
You making Moscow mules?
Oh, that's what
I'm
I'm
just
talking
saying, I'm
about.
pulling up.
She just laughed. She
now
ain't
you
say
got my
nothing.
attention.
She
I'm talking
just
about
laughed.
pulling up. Shit, you making Moscow
She
mules?
just
It's too
laughed.
far though. It's too far, right? All the gas that you're gonna use.
Can you do that, John?
If I get about,
You can make
You know how to make
You can
those?
make them?
I don't make no damn drinks.
She
I'm
don't-
lazy.
Oh, shit.
Nah.
Had my
That
attention.
She's
Wow.
straight from the
Damn.
bottle. She get that brown and straight from the bottle.
oh
Yeah.
shit. Oh, yeah, okay.
She do
sorry.
wine when she want to put her
And
pinky up.
I got
It's all good.
both sides of my family. They drink liquor straight.
At the bottom.
My grandfather, E and J, Irk and Jerk.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
Oh, so
Played,
never
Play no
graduated.
games.
Just it works. I'm
Play
staying
no
with it.
games.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
And then it was on my father's side. What is? It's not vodka. It's some other. So brown, like people be all brown, white. It's all liquor. Just
Yeah.
Yeah.
give me
shit.
a drink.
Oh shit.
And I be pissed. Like
I
he
be
take
mixing
because
mine.
he'll fix me an old Kool-Aid ass drink. What are we doing with this Kool-Aid? If you don't put some liquor in this drink,
Maybe he respected you. Think you
I
didn't
was
have
trying-
that much of a problem, but obviously you do. You know what I'm
it's just
saying?
me.
That's exactly what it was.
I don't drink no damn cough syrup.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
She got a real problem. Okay.
Nah, I don't drink. I learned my lesson in college. I still have my fight on occasion, but I drank enough for a lifetime of college. I'm good. We head down to the happy hour. We used to go every Thursday.
I had a colleague, man. Shout out to Ben. Ben out there at the job. He said he put apple juice in his Crown Apple.
I can't.
Now I
do
said,
that.
brother. Now he thought about it. I said, man, that's
Do they
like
even sell
diabetes in
apple
the
juice?
glass. He said, I thought about what you said, man. I stopped that shit immediately.
And then-
Dang, you out here killing folks' dreams, man. What you doing?
Bro, oh,
Let that man die how he want to die. Dang.
He don't mean it, Ben. He don't mean it.
I'm mad you called him a colleague.
Hey, I'm looking out for him, man. We need him out
Dude,
there.
I work with, baby. A colleague? I had to look to see where you work.
That man had colleagues. And you just got
I said, I stepped away from my cubicle and I talked to my colleague.
Hey,
Come on, guy. You're going to get the sugar.
dude, that's the
You're gonna
white
get the
in me.
sugar.
That's the white in me.
Oh, here you go. See?
Hey.
Stop that. Can somebody come on this show?
Hey.
Oh, that's the brother. I'm choking the shit
I
out.
want the smoke on all levels.
Not playing
You
that
said
game with
fried
y'all.
chicken and watermelon.
Oh, yeah.
Show me a fry.
Yeah, it's a wrap, man. It's a wrap.
Stop
Just
that
let
bullshit.
me be here when y'all invite the other guests. I just
Okay.
need to sit out in the
They
hall
they
so I can watch.
they
We
tried.
trying.
They tried.
We are trying. We're gonna do it. We gonna do it.
They tried.
We gonna do it. It's
I
gonna
just
happen.
need to be here.
It's gonna happen.
I just need to
Believe it. It's gonna happen.
I ain't gonna be there. That's what's gonna do it. That's what's gonna do it. They gonna
Oh, I
sneak.
got the perfect guess.
They
It's
gonna,
gonna happen.
they gonna sneak it in.
We
It's
gonna
gonna
get
happen.
two of them.
Now you get that disclaimer
nah.
for the show. When
Nah, we get two of them. I'm letting Ralph sit right here. And I'm gonna be over there directing stuff. No, move that way.
yeah.
Nope. Make sure he's not close enough, cause I don't want him in arm's reach.
Right.
I don't want him in arm's length.
That means Madison and them gonna be taking the day off because we got real directors.
Move on, man. Move on.
Flex gonna have the baton over there. Yeah, the riot gear.
Oh, he gonna earn that money.
Oh man.
Oh, crazy.
On a lighter note, and this is more on social media, so we're gonna go into some social media stuff. Erykah Badu had was invited to
Obama's
birthday party, and it was pretty private, high president, all this stuff. But she went in and did a video and posted it, and it was a private occasion, and she was like, I shouldn't have did that. So she pulled it down, and she apologized to them because it was it was very, secret or whatever.
Right.
So she pulled it down, and one of the posts, one of the first comments was like, "Oh, they made you pull it down," and she was like, "Nah, it was just the right thing to do because they wanted privacy."
Mm-hmm.
So I think that was big for her. And she said I was wrong for doing it in the first place because you could see. I didn't look at the video, but just reading the description, it said you could see her doing the little. I hate this. I'm tired of this.
The
I'm
selfie,
sick of this.
selfie
That's
camera.
what she was doing, and Obama was
and they was
dancing
in the
with
back,
somebody
dancing in the back.
Yeah.
Right. And so she was like, "I'm sorry, I shouldn't have did that or whatever." But the funny part to me was the public was like, "Oh, they made you take it down?" Like they was ready to fight for E.
All right.
Like, and she was like, "No, I was wrong. So I did the right thing by taking it down." So I think we getting a little too casual with this social media. Like, you gotta respect some people's privacy if that's what they asking for.
Damn, but
Is
you
that
can't
what-
live in the moment.
Man, fuck the moment, man. If I go to a concert, I'm not trying to record everything. How do you live the moment if you got your phone? You more concentrated than your phone. I see it
Right.
all the time.
I
It
always tell
bothers
people, I
me.
always tell people that.
You can't get the experience no more. All you trying to do is record it. You're not feeling. You looking at what your phone doing. You ain't
Right.
feeling the energy.
What did they say? Did they release a statement?
That's what I want to know. Did they say
Did
no
they say
video,
something?
no camera? Like,
Nobody else posted anything, so I'm thinking they probably said not
Right.
because everybody that went, they say they took pictures before they got there because it was in Martha's Vineyard. So they say they took pictures, so it was a high profile thing that nobody was supposed to have it, I guess.
Right.
So she was the only one that posted something.
I mean, I heard her was there too. So
Right. That's who she was. Yeah, she did.
yeah, her was there too.
They had 200 guests.
Yeah, she was there singing. So
Yeah.
so what you trying to say? What that high profile?
Yeah, what did that-
Her with that?
That's who he like. He like a lot of different types
Right.
of music. They even had
hold on,
go ahead.
her. What's the other little girl?
Janelle Monáe.
She was there?
Nah, she.
No, I'm
she-
just saying.
she's top.
It just
act.
seemed like-
Nah,
I
her.
know. Was it Alicia Keys and John? Whatchamacallit?
All of them sound the same to me. It's her and SZA. And they all sound the
Oh,
same
I
to me
don't
because
really
they
listen
can really can't
Don't say
sing.
sizzle.
They
But,
can,
Can't sing.
but her is talented. She can play too.
yeah,
But they do sound the same.
Yeah, they all sound the same. So I mean, I always seem like all their music missing soul. To me, like maybe it's just not for me. I ain't, that's what they do. That's what they do. But it just seems like it ain't got no soul to it.
It's not what everybody thinks it is to me. Cause someone told me they was like, "Oh, you need to check out her album, this, that, and the third." And she had one song. I was like, "Okay, that's nice," but the rest of it is just, it ain't giving what
like
it's
I said,
supposed to
like, it
give,
just-
like they say.
Maybe it's just like I said. I'm just gonna say it's not for me and leave it like that.
And that album, I'll say this. It's about 30 damn songs on there. She got about 25 features.
I mean,
That 25 features. That kind of sounds like you can't carry an album by yourself, or you was nervous that you wouldn't.
You know
be
you're
able
gonna have
to.
a lot of people coming for your head.
I mean,
when you
she's
just said that.
at the top of the.
I mean, 25 features
Yeah,
out of 30
that's a lot.
songs.
That's a lot.
That's crazy.
But she's at the top of of the list, I guess.
Yeah, she
so I
is.
guess maybe
She is.
somebody wanted to work with her, so she took the opportunity. We don't know what that was. She could have split it up. I mean, I'm surprised she had that many songs. 'Cause usually, today you get about 8 songs, and that's a
Right.
Yeah, for that.
She had a lot of songs.
So I mean, I don't want to get
and
off.
I'm exaggerating. It was
I mean,
probably,
yeah, I mean,
yeah.
But even whatever,
But it was
you
more
know that's
features.
A lot of
It was
features.
more features than it wasn't. I'll say that.
Speaks
That's
volumes.
real. Yeah, that's real.
At this point, I think she's allowed that though, because she done did. What's this, like her third
Third,
album?
I think a third.
So I ain't tripping.
If
on
I'm
that.
buying her album, I want to hear her. I don't want to hear her featuring the whole damn world.
it depends. Like
What about Jasmine's last album?
the whole
Jasmine
shit,
Sullivan.
hotels the shit.
And that was because she stepped out of her norm because her other albums wasn't
Wasn't doing
nothing
too
like
good.
this. So she stepped out of her norm and she had a couple of features with some popular people. Anderson .Paak. She had Ari Lennox. She had a lot.
I like that lady.
I love Ari. She nasty too. But anyway,
she
let me
is
get my mind right. So
I mean, we kind of got off subject.
I'm sorry.
My bad.
Yeah, my bad. But yeah, so she kind of stepped out of her norm, but that pushed her to another level.
Hey, sometimes you need assistance, man. If it takes other artists to do that,
Today's artist to
But
me,
is
have
that
to do that.
assistance or is that being carried?
it's just
With
to
the
me,
number
it
of-
depends on
with
what
the
kind of
number
vibe you in. Though.
features?
favor for a favor.
Yeah,
I'll be featured on your album.
It depends
too.
on what vibe you in. You might be vibing and be like, "Yo, go." The beat might call for somebody else on it. I ain't mad at that.
Damn, 20 songs.
He,
though.
but I mean, I'm okay with that because, like I said, you might get 9 now, and you be like, "Well, damn." Like that's you been gone 2 years. All you gave me during COVID, music should just be everywhere right now because you couldn't go nowhere to do no shows.
True.
Yeah, you right.
So music should be flowing from everybody. I ain't mad at that. I ain't listening.
But I'm good with a good solid 9 track. Like when
Busta
I'm-
Rhymes gave us what 26?
yeah, it was a lot, and
But
I maybe
out-
like 6.
out of
of them.
26,
I like 6.
I would say a
Take me
good
back to when you
18
can
was
play
dope.
the whole damn album and not skip.
And
Take
that's
me
what I was
back
gonna
to
go back
that.
to. Like when Common, after he broke up with Erica, he when he did B, that was a 12 tracks,
12 tracks.
solid.
Yeah.
Kanye was the only feature on there.
Yeah.
I'm good with that. All the way
Oh,
through,
please
no
let me
skips.
Testify that he had somebody singing that. Or was
I'm
that
thinking,
just-
yeah. I think Kanye was the only feature, and Kanye did the beats. He produced that album, so
There's so many features nowadays. I don't think artists could really put out a solid album without having somebody featured on the motherfucker.
I mean,
J. Cole.
Got to do.
man, that album trash.
Yeah, I like Jay though.
But you know what? That's
Like
the one.
Jay.
Is that the one he's sitting on top of the house?
You know, he just
Is that the one he's sitting on top of the house?
no the new
That's
one.
definitely trash.
Yeah,
but
the new.
is-
the new one was-
Which one he had no features? He just came out with it. That's the one he's sitting
That
on
was
top
the
of the
one
house.
about
on
to
the.
lose it.
Yeah, that was the one on top of the house.
The Ville,
That's the one he's sitting on top of the house.
Forest Hill.
Forest Hill.
Yeah.
He's had on top of the house on 2 albums. Which one he sit on top
With
of the
no,
house?
that's Forest Hill.
Okay, that
Forest
was
Hill.
okay. The one after that was trash. All right.
Yeah, that the one after that was
KOD?
trash. With the color.
Yeah, whatever. That.
Yeah.
He's depressed.
I'm not.
He was depressed.
How many times you gonna say that?
Until he changed it.
He lives by that.
Yeah,
That's,
J. Cole's depressed.
It's,
I don't agree with him,
it's
but
an audience for
I
that.
can't tell this guy how to feel about it. That's how he feels. I respect it.
He's somewhere right now in a tree, looking at his shoes. Wondering what's going on.
He got some good artists under him though. Ari is signed to Ari Lennox signed to him. JID, Earth Gang.
Yeah,
He got some good people under him.
that's real.
Well, okay. I see where this is going. So we go. I see where this is going. So we
he the best thing out of North Carolina.
Sitting there shaking his.
no Fonte.
Fonte.
Absolutely.
Man, but come on.
Absolutely.
Fonte, the best.
I thought you
thing
gonna
out of
say
North
the
Carolina.
baby.
No, hell no.
We should talk about that.
Y'all want to talk about
Yeah,
that?
let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. Let's
can talk about Baby
and
and-
that's gonna go into the rock.
Yeah, we can
All
talk
right.
about that.
Let's talk about the
damn,
baby.
Okay.
Did we talk about it last time? We didn't.
That was on the other
I thought
show.
we talked about it last. Oh, we did. Oh, you was okay.
He was gone.
All right. So this is what happened with
He
the
was
baby.
gone. My bad.
The baby, because you know it's 1,000. It's Lil Baby and Da Baby. Da Baby is from Charlotte. Lil Baby from Atlanta. We talking about Da Baby from Charlotte, the one that everybody loves. This guy. He went to Rolling Out It was a music festival. And he came out, and as the crowd getting hype, he said, okay, if you don't have HIV or AIDS, put your phones up in the air. So he did that. Then he said to the fellas, if you ain't sucking dick in the parking lot, put your phones in the air.
That's what he said.
That's what he said.
And he said this in Miami.
In Miami, rolling loud. Wow. So, from that point on, it became an issue with the LGBTQ community and every person that wants to make money off of this young man. So after that, every festival that he was lined up on has canceled. And now I hate to say this because I don't believe in this bull, but the cancel culture now are just trying to get rid of him. I don't think it's going to happen.
Okay.
But that's what's happening with him right now. And, I forgot to mention. So on Twitter, he went on and he posted an apology. So everybody said, okay. He went back and deleted it. He did.
That was the PR type one apology, right? That's
Yeah.
like his PR people wrote it.
So now everybody's like, oh, he just duped us. No, I guess he just said, hey, I did what my manager told me, but I wasn't feeling it, so I took it down.
He never should have said it then. If he was stand on your square. That's my thing. I hate punk ass apologies when if you said it and you meant it, then own that shit. Don't come back later and apologize if you really don't see the error in your ways because you didn't mean it. Did he say why he deleted this apology?
No, I haven't heard anything about.
If you ain't sucking dick in the parking lot, that's.
That's.
And he started with to the fellas. He didn't just say that. He said to the fellas.
But
I don't even understand the point why he made these comments. Like that shit is so.
That's
but the LGBT
that shit wrong.
You can't mess with them folks.
It
ain't even
them folks buy your records and come to your shows too.
Right.
And you in Miami.
Of all
Why you keep
places.
Saying that? What difference does it make
Because Miami has a high rate of.
Is
that's
that many more
essential.
gay people in Miami? Than
they have the gay
and Frisco.
parade. They have a gay parade in Miami, just like we have one here in Frisco.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, is
Big,
it that
huge gay
many
community.
more
Yeah,
in
they have
Miami?
one.
Oh, you
than
meant
here?
and Frisco.
I said Atlanta and Frisco. That's what I said. I said here and Frisco.
Oh, no, okay, I didn't hear that.
Oh, okay. Pay attention, brother.
All right,
Stay with me.
you gonna fact check that too?
Yeah. We roll
Sound
that
like
back.
to me, you
yeah,
said
yeah.
here in Frisco, but all right, it's cool.
Yeah, I said here in Frisco.
You said like we lived in Frisco.
No.
That's how I took it. But it's cool.
Okay. All right.
Let him speak his truth. Job made a point. Stand on your square, because it's acceptable when Lil Nas pushing his agenda. People embracing all of that.
Dog.
I'm just saying, we got two different artists. You got a gay artist, and then you got
in the parking lot.
I mean, that's graphic. That's graphic. I know.
Did you see
I get
Lil
it.
Nas last
I get it, bro.
I ain't say.
But this guy, he making millions off of him.
What did Lil Nas
Is he
say?
making? But
What did he say?
He didn't say it.
He ain't saying it. It's
It's
just
his video.
It's his video.
Is he
It's
gay?
him.
he's gay, right?
He's
Yeah, he
gay.
came out the closet, sure.
Then
He's
he did a gay act. You can't be mad. You might not like it. You can't be mad at it.
So there's no
what-
comparison.
Oh, I'm not.
So why
Well,
does
no. Well, the thing is that I think they was. I didn't see it. I read it.
yeah,
They say he was in jail and they were in the showers and all of them are naked, but they blurred the midsection. But they're all in the showers, butt naked in jail, dancing.
With pink jumpsuits on. Too.
I thought y'all was talking about the wars. I don't know what y'all talking about.
Yeah, this last video.
The last
he just
video.
dropped. Like, I think he's just going for shock value, and he's using the LGBTQ community to push his. Because now he
But
surpassed.
he's gay, right? Didn't y'all say
Yeah, he
that?
is. Yeah.
So he don't have to use them if his ass is gay.
But
he's just doing
he's
what
pushing
they
the
do.
envelope. He ain't doing just regular folk stuff.
What's the difference between him and Elton John? Because we ain't never seen Elton John kiss nobody.
Oh, Giant never put a graphic video out there.
And it wasn't in the video.
You know what I'm saying?
That was in his. That's like paparazzi rolling up on him. He made a conscious effort to say, "I'm gonna go in here and lap dance on this guy. I'm gonna come in the.
Do it in the bucket.
I'm
brother.
gonna come out in the showers, butt naked in the jail, and dance. Put on a dance routine. That's different, and I think he goes for that because that crowd is gonna push for it.
Yeah.
for
But
that.
again, if he's gay, then he's just talking about like
His
their
lifestyle.
shit.
Gay
So
shit. Right.
so y'all can't bring him and the baby in the same
Yeah, I don't
conversation
think
because
y'all
that's
can
two
either.
totally
Yeah.
different things.
I mean,
Okay.
and
stand on your
being
square
that-
about sucking dick in the car. Oh,
You ain't got past that yet.
I can't believe Crespo said that. Like, stand on your square. Hold on.
No, I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about
no
him.
sense in apologizing if that's what if he means like, yo, if you wasn't sucking dick in the parking lot, then put your phone up. Like that's how
Right.
he feel about the
Right.
shit.
You ever said something? Anybody? You ever said something and realized like, ooh, I might have went a little bit too far.
I've said that.
Of
I've done that
course.
plenty of
Of
times.
course. So apologize if that's how you feel. But if he took his apology down, I'm not so sure
he
that
took it down.
Maybe he took down an apology he didn't write.
Okay, so did he put up another one?
No.
I don't know that
No,
he did.
they ain't heard from him since. After the
Yeah,
apology, they said
so-
we ain't heard nothing else.
I was watching an interview with the Locks, and Styles P said something that it really we all need to look at. But especially you can't be on the side of cancel culture and be on the side of mental health too. Like you got to pick one or the other because he said he explained it like who's helping him. Like if this is what he did, instead of everybody trying to just get rid of him, who's helping him?
Right.
Because obviously, if he might not feel he was wrong. I know Boosie don't feel he was wrong. Yo, Boosie be, yo, that dude,
he's
he's
off the
hilarious.
chain.
About everything
He's
that he
hilarious.
say.
But if he didn't mean it the way that it came out, who's actually saying, yo, let's reach out to this brother? That's why I told y'all I really got an issue with Questlove because the shit he did.
What do you do?
You ain't see that big ass paragraph. He was with the cancel the baby shit too.
Really?
And I'm just like,
oh,
damn,
I didn't read
for
it, but
real?
yeah,
Like,
yeah, okay,
A
yeah,
bunch
yeah,
of
yeah.
artists.
Like, why didn't know who reached out to him and be like, yo, brother, let's sit down and have a conversation.
So what are you reaching out to him to say that there's a time and a place to speak your mind? Or that he shouldn't say those things because if men want to suck dick in the parking lot, that's their business.
I put it to you this way: if he'd have said it like, I mean, if that's what you're doing, that's what you're doing. Put your light up. It wouldn't have been no problem.
Right.
You're bullying. I hate to say that shit, but you actually being
Because he's being
very
homophobic.
disrespect. That's very disrespectful.
You're discriminating against a certain group
Yeah,
of
I
people.
just asked which one was his issue.
Oh.
Like-
I mean, when somebody go to talk to him, what are we talking to him
Like, yo,
about?
what was the goal in that?
Yeah.
I would ask him like, yo, what did you look to get out of that? And just see what he say. He might be like, shit, I just was being funny. Well,
I
you
would
see what
say-
funny got you.
Right.
Yeah.
What was you
Cancel.
smoking? That's my question. What was you smoking before the show?
Probably nothing.
Like it is certain word. Even us, we still gotta watch what we say.
Yeah.
I mean, it's certain things that should be reserved for the group chat. That's
True.
that's.
Or
what
I
it
wouldn't even
is.
say group
Yeah,
chat.
for the group. It's just
I'm
certain
talking about
shit.
when I see my homeboy.
Like,
Hey.
hey man, like,
Yeah.
you
All right,
Yeah.
don't say that in front of nobody.
like it'd be crazy when Facebook send me the threats of, shutting down the group because somebody said,
Yeah.
and then I look at what
I
they
get 'em.
said, I'd be like, it's the key words. Like
Right.
Yeah,
in
that's all
today's
the
society,
algorithm,
the
so-
things that we look at,
Yeah.
ain't no big deal.
Right.
Even though they looking like, you can't use the word. Like somebody was like, I'm gonna fuck some shit up. And I was like, they ain't even mean it like that. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
Come on,
Right.
man.
They was
But
like,
that's why.
Or
but,
spell it
Niggas
wrong.
Going in
you
the
know what I mean?
bathroom, tear that toilet up. You know what I'm talking about?
But that's what's wrong with the algorithms when you're talking about Facebook. But to speak to part of that is the sensitivity level of people now. It's so
Yeah,
damn
you gotta
high
watch
that you can't
everything.
say shit.
as long as you ain't talking about black people, everybody care.
Because
If you talking about black people, don't nobody give a shit.
right.
I think a lot of stars, when they're at the pinnacle of their career, they just feel like they untouchable,
I think
and they
that's-
just come out.
That does happen.
Because
I think
he's like
that's
on
him,
every
though.
fucking radio station.
I think it's him, and he just took things he say, in a with his homeboys or whatever. And he brought it to the stage. I don't think
He took
he's.
the group chat to the stage.
Yeah, he just
Yeah,
was like.
yeah.
Boy,
It's open. He invincible
He,
right
he
now.
just. I mean, I'm not gonna say
Well.
that. I just think he felt like, yo, this is
What
what
it
shit I
is.
say on the normal. And he might have gay friends, and they joke like that. My brother's homosexual. My
Right.
older brother, and there's certain things that I say to him personally to him.
that you wouldn't
You
say.
won't
That
say
I would
it.
never.
Out
Right.
in public.
Yeah, you know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
Like
Right.
he called me the F word. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, yo, you tripping? But
Really?
I mean, yo,
Right.
we can have like gay bashing sessions, bro.
right.
But it's between
Yeah.
me and my brother.
Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But so I mean, I don't know, man.
It
I don't
is
care
the
where you
sense
are.
of-
I would never tell my brother, I hope you ain't at the crib sucking some dude dick in the car. I
No,
would never
bro.
say
It's
that's
a sense of
that's-
decorum that is missing, I think, from the younger generation, and really just people in general. It's not even just the
The younger generation don't take shit as serious as we did. And it's good and it's bad because sometimes we do overboard the sensitivity on shit. They be like, damn, OG. But that was the time we were
That's a
raised in.
different
Everybody
that's
just
a
came over
different
40.
era.
With the young kids today, they
I'm
be
sorry.
like,
I'm sorry. I'm not over 40. I am 40. Let's just be clear about that.
Jesus.
I'm
You
gonna
want
let
to
it
say?
happen.
Hold
Let
on.
it
You
get
want to
it
say
off.
that? Say it again.
I am 40. I am not over 40. Let's be crystal damn clear about that shit.
Looking at them feet, you was back there with Rosa Parks.
First of all,
No, I'm just
fuck
playing.
you.
I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
So she
But-
did admit her age. She was tooth and nail.
But she looked like a
Months
sixth
ago
grader
about that.
Listen.
So
But
maybe that
that's the
kale.
kale. That's the
Yeah,
kale.
that's that
That's the
kale.
kale.
That's that kale.
But no,
But-
but y'all be shitting on my kale though. But proceed.
Can we get back to the show?
I like it.
You know what I'm saying?
I
They
like
brought it
I
up.
mean, it just he was wrong, man.
Yeah,
he was wrong.
yeah.
He was wrong.
If you feel that way,
Hey,
that's cool,
hey,
bro.
hey, where you from is where you at, bro.
That's just
you got to pay attention.
Yo, you gotta have a governor on everything, man. You gotta watch that.
Yeah.
And you know, he's paying the price of he's losing a lot.
Yeah.
I just think the same people that's bashing him. Did any of y'all, Elton John, Madonna, Questlove, any other damn celebrity that could have got in touch with him, have y'all done that? To reach out to him, like, brother, let's have a conversation.
You
Well,
know
I
the
think-
Cause
funny.
they didn't do Eminem the same way.
No.
Let's be clear.
No.
Eminem
Right.
was about there talking crazy. They ain't do him the same way. But we
And now one of his daughters, the 19-year-olds, come out and say she's sexual fluid or something.
I don't pay them people no attention.
like that.
It's too many.
Yeah, I don't
What is
And
that?
I don't know. I ain't even want to look
Yeah,
it
let me
up.
look it
So
up.
I left
Yeah,
it
I
alone.
ain't
I
even.
don't
Usually I write notes. I
I
ain't
ain't
gonna write.
But you know what I'm saying? It's sometimes it's who you are.
Yeah.
You could say what my man say. Isaiah Washington. He was on the show joking with his homeboy.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think he called him the F word, didn't he?
Yeah.
And they fired the shit out of his
Fired
ass.
him.
And they was homeboys.
Yeah.
That was Grey's
Yeah.
Anatomy.
One of the
Yeah.
shows, yeah. They
Gotcha.
fired the shit out of his ass. You know,
Sure
just
did, immediately.
you gotta watch
They don't
it.
play
man.
that shit.
Yeah. And this was shit. That was like what,
Yeah.
7 years ago?
Yeah,
It was
that was a
longer
while
than
ago.
that.
Longer than that. So
That was a while ago.
you can't walk around just
You
running up-
can't, but
Freedom of speech
are
ain't free, man.
Of course it's not. But are we also slightly too sensitive now than we were? Because if I still watch a lot of like 90s sitcoms. So if you look at like My Wife and Kids, for instance,
Yo,
That's a great show.
you ever watch? When last time you watched Revenge of the Nerds?
it's-
Oh, don't that.
You couldn't even make that movie.
Them
You got
dudes will be
raped,
all of them be
drug
locked
use,
up.
Yeah.
Everybody in that movie would be
homosexual,
locked up.
this, that, and- yo, you couldn't even
Yeah.
make that movie. now.
But yeah, all that stuff. But back in the day, we were cool with it.
We
It
was laughing.
wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't a big deal, and it wasn't. I don't think any of us really took it as bashing.
But you know what though?
But now, it wouldn't go down.
People hid a lot then than they do now. So they looking like, yo, that's me. And maybe it hurt them back then. They just was dealing with, I don't want nobody to know, so I can't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But now they got the alphabet back and all that shit. Like they'll shut you down, man.
Oh yeah.
Real
They
quick.
will, but they also a little bit too.
They part of the powers that be
Man,
too.
They go
run-
a little bit too far because everything that happens to them is always a discriminatory act, and it's not always that.
We
And
run
I
the
have
world.
I have a major problem with that
We
because
run the
I know
world.
like a real life situation I can't go into detail about that somebody is dealing with behind someone claiming discrimination on that route,
Like,
and it's not even related to
Yeah,
that.
that's how they do though. No, it ain't. I'm not agreeing with it, but they realize the power that they have because they got
But
everybody
they
so
shouldn't-
scared.
That's a problem. They shouldn't
Y'all
have
gonna
that
hate
much
me
problem.
for saying this?
What?
Along the same lines of y'all saying that, them using that whole situation, I think a lot of people use the mental health excuse.
Oh, you know, I
That's
don't
the
have no
same
problem with
thing.
you saying that.
And I know it's a sensitive
Yeah, I
thing,
do.
but I've seen in a couple of cases where C Murder.
Yeah, I seen that. Dog.
Come on, come
I
on,
ain't see
my,
that.
come on, dude.
Hey man,
You ain't mental. Come on, man. Come on.
But in real, I know my homegirl, she's gone through it at work. And like people come to her talking about after, you know, she's corrected them or told them they have to do X, Y, and Z. And now then they come to her saying, oh, well, but I'm suicidal and I feel a type of way. And she like, are you really? Or are you just mad that I called you to the carpet for some bullshit that you just pulled? So It's definitely one of those buzzwords now that people know they can use.
Everybody got a card. It's about which way you want to
become a
use.
card.
And
Yeah,
right
that's-
right
that's
now,
the-
the
that's
hot
the
card
problem.
is the Crayola shit. Like right now, it's the hot thing going.
LGBTQ.
I'm just saying, that shit rolling right now. But
I'm gonna tell y'all now. I'm sorry.
Go ahead,
I'm
go ahead.
gonna say this. I'm gonna say y'all now. This show gonna be long, so y'all sit tight.
It might be
'cause we got a lot.
2 parts.
We got a lot to talk about. We ain't even halfway through, but
we might
Go get
break it
y'all
up.
a drink.
yeah,
come
ride
back.
with us.
Right.
Can you give me a little sweet tea? man?
Ride with us.
Okay.
All right. What was you saying? I didn't mean to cut you off.
Since we on the,
Okay.
let's go. I put a post up in the group for people that know the podcast and the group are like the same, but don't watch the show, but you be all in the group.
Say that again, brother.
Anyway,
Another one.
I ain't get off of all that. But anyway, I appreciate the people that do both. I would love for, out of the
Another one.
1,400 more would do both.
Right.
But,
Another one.
we getting there. I put up a post about Robin. Robin is by Robin. Let me say that because you comic book cats.
Hey, I'm about to give you the history. As soon as you say it,
Yeah.
I'm gonna jump in and get a history, and then y'all got
Robin is bisexual all of a sudden. I'm gonna say all of a sudden because I don't read comic books. I think as a grown man, if I'm sitting there reading a comic book, I'm probably doing it in my drawers.
On the toilet.
Y'all some weirdos. Like I didn't me. I had friends as a kid.
Right.
I didn't have to break the ice. Like, hey, I got a comic book. Like we went outside, we got dirty, shit like that. But that's just me. Whatever. But why now?
Since when though?
Oh, we gonna find out.
Let me.
Yeah, we gonna find out.
And I need. It's gonna give me a second. Give me about 2-3 minutes.
2-3 minutes.
Yeah, 2-3 minutes. Because I'm gonna give y'all some history.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that.
Just pass one.
Thank you, man. And we appreciate
I thought you
it.
called that man master.
I said, come on, man. You ain't hearing right today. But anyway, give me a few minutes because I'm gonna break it down. Okay. I'm a comic book guy. I'm gonna flex my comic book nerd
Yeah,
muscles.
go ahead, bro.
Okay.
Get us together. I guess.
You need
Yeah.
a whole background.
Yeah, I got to have
thing?
some background music. Okay. All right. First off, there are 5 Robins. All right. The first one was Dick Grayson. Dick Grayson was the one that everybody pretty much identifies with. Dick Grayson ended up just growing out of the Robin role and became Nightwing. And he also became, if you watch Teen Titans, the cartoon, whatever, that was that Robin that took over for the Teen Titans. All right, that was Dick Grayson. The next Robin was Jason Todd. Jason Todd got killed by the Joker. All right, but he ended up coming back and tried to kill Batman as the Red Hood, but they worked out their differences, whatever. So that's Batman's whole guilty conscience when he felt like he let this Robin die. The next Robin, Tim Drake, he just kind of took over when the other one died, but they say he was a better detective than Batman. So he found out all this stuff about just stuff that he wasn't supposed to find out, and he found out. But he continued to work as the Red Robin. All right. Then you had a girl. Her name was Stephanie Brown. She ended up becoming the 3rd Batgirl, but she was a Robin. And then the last one, Bruce Wayne had a son, and it was Damian Wayne. So that's the last Robin, and that's one. So the one that they talking about that is bisexual is Tim Drake. So when we talk about that, the reason why I was like, okay, this is a bit much. First off, I want to ask y'all a question. How many, to your point, how many kids read comic books today?
None.
Now. So it wasn't even directed
How
to
many?
kids. Now. Don't know kids read comic books today. Only people
You
that,
don't know that.
unless their parents are into comic books and they
Right.
feed it. So that's still a
It's
very
probably a
small
couple.
group.
A
A
couple.
very small group.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very
That's
Very
still
small.
equivalent to none.
Right.
Damn.
The equivalent to nothing.
It's a very small group.
Right.
So that really doesn't push. That's not pushing the agenda on kids. All right.
Okay.
So secondly, you have, and my stance was, and I'm going to stand on what I said. You have people that want to be represented in regular life. And the LGBTQ stand in that same vein to where they want to be represented. So you got all these older guys writing these comic book heroes and this and that. And mind you, this isn't the first one. You got a Green Lantern. You got Catwoman. She was bisexual. You got You got a couple of that came out years ago that they was bisexual. I don't know why this one blew up all of a sudden. So this ain't new.
Earth
for
the
comic
Kid was
book
gay?
people. Not
Fuck no, Earth the Kid wasn't gay. I was about to say,
So-
no, Earth the
okay.
Kid wasn't
Oh,
gay.
my bad.
Okay, so let me address that issue.
Please.
So what happens is all of these superheroes, they have stories that we all grow to.
Gotcha.
Those stories were made in the 70s, 80s, and the 90s for the most part. Those are the staples of what you know about, like the movies. All those stories were created back in the day.
Right.
So as comic book companies, you have to recreate stuff. You can't continue to recycle the same story.
Okay.
So in order for me to continue to make comic books and continue to make money,
Keep the
I have to
interest.
change up stuff. And you have to change with the times. So that's why I feel like, okay, they want representation. They're going to add that stuff in there.
Okay, so your whole soliloquy was a little long with all the Robins.
I told you
so
that was
the
gonna
Tim the Tim guy. This was Robin
Tim
number
Drake.
2,
The third one. That was the
number
third one.
3.
Is he bisexual?
He's bisexual. Now, he wasn't then.
Okay, so
The creator dude is bisexual.
No, I don't know.
so
But again, the creator might not be the person that has this story. Comic book companies, they hire new writers over time.
what does his sexuality have to do with the storyline? Is the first question.
They actually have a comic book. I hadn't read it. Like I said, that's why I was talking about how stories change. So they actually have now where in the comic book where he's actually going to save his love interest, and it's a guy. Now, do they kiss or anything? I don't know. But they said the storyline has him going to save somebody, his love interest, and it was a guy. So that's how it came about.
He realized that he had feelings after all these years for somebody of the same sex.
I don't know if they
my
addressed
issue,
that.
but see, how do you just come pull this shit out of the air to change classics and rewrite history?
Let me ask you
That's
this.
my thing with that.
Let me ask you this. Loki is a very popular series, Loki, on Disney
Oh,
Plus.
the Marvel
Loki,
thing?
yeah, the Marvel thing.
Really?
On there, he was just like, yeah, and they did it in passing. It was cute. And the way they covered it up was the chick that he's kind of fighting with, or, you know, they working together to fight against whatever they're fighting against. She asked him, like, what's your dating life? Or how was your, he was like, yeah, I did a little bit of men and women. And it kind of just went on. They just kept talking. But at the end, they were interested in each other.
This is something
This is
totally
recent.
different.
This is very
I'm saying
recent.
this low key. This is a different.
That's on one of the
this
shows?
Is
This
not
is
related
Marvel,
to
yeah.
Robin.
I ain't watched it yet.
Yeah, it's the Loki.
Oh,
It
yeah?
came out right after
It's a
Winter
series.
Soldier and
Okay. Yeah, I know he
Okay,
got a series. I just
but-
ain't watched it yet.
that's what. Yeah,
But not related to Robin.
No.
This wasn't something that they changed from back in the day or anything like that, correct?
And a lot of times sexuality didn't come up in comic books.
Okay, so here's the thing, because I didn't get to read everything on the post, but it was a whole lot of feelings and discussion that was quite interesting. My initial thing is, why do you have to adjust what always was in order to now include LGBTQ people in it? Like, there's a way to include without now saying, like, oh, this
Changing the
person has
history.
to be gay, this person has to be bisexual, they have to be a lesbian, they have to be a trans. Like, there's a way to do it without then going back and changing everything around.
Why
And
not
that-
just create a gay superhero?
In that
First of all,
same,
let's stop using the word gay.
A homosexual superhero.
Just call it what it
Okay.
is.
So-
Let's say bisexual.
in
a
that,
mindset.
Whatever it is.
in that same vein, everybody in here has seen Marvel movies,
Right.
Nick Fury is white, but in the movies,
He's black.
Sam Jackson that's a black guy.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, white people had stuff to say about that.
Green Lantern is black, but on the movies,
Well, Green Lantern is a title, so they got a lot of,
there's a lot of.
and they
but the
they
original,
probably gonna put the original.
just like James
It's like a
Bond.
team
The
of-
original
yeah.
James Bond was black.
So, if we're gonna argue that, or we don't say we're okay with turning a white Nick Fury into a black Nick Fury, why are we not okay with turning this Robin into a bisexual Robin?
Leave it how it was. Nick didn't have to be.
But we didn't have this uproar about it.
I I wasn't aware, so I wasn't in.
That's
an
why I'm
uproar.
here. That's why I'm here.
How many other
I wasn't
characters?
in an uproar about it.
My
Let the
answer to that
shit-
is Hollywood. It was a movie called The Last Mexican, starring Brad Pitt.
I think I saw
Yeah, I
that.
remember
Yeah,
that.
I saw
I
that.
remember
I mean, you know,
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that.
Right.
the Last Samurai.
With Keanu Reeves.
Couldn't cast
it was
anybody
Tom
else.
Cruise.
Was it? Oh,
Cruise.
yeah, it
Yeah,
was.
Tom
I
Cruise.
mean, so,
Yeah.
but let me ask you this: new Malcolm X movie come out. Why you look at me like that? Why? I mean, new Malcolm X movie come out. Since we okay with everything we doing, new Malcolm X movie come out. And what's my man from Step Brothers?
Will Ferrell?
Yeah, Will Ferrell's Malcolm X.
Come on.
Will we be is? I mean, will we be as cool with that?
Acceptable.
Yeah, will we be like, you know what?
We all
You know that
deserve
shit
them.
ain't
Things
happening.
change with time. Shit, you
This a
can't
real
say that
person.
now.
This a real person.
Dog, anything possible, y'all.
But
I
this a
mean,
real person.
things change
Come
with time.
on,
And they might
man.
say, well, this guy act better than this guy, so we went with the white guy. Am I lying?
Like
They
Soul
did.
Man.
They, no, they did that with
MLK or something.
no Nina Simone. But
Yeah.
she's half black. But
Yeah,
still, she had no
but
business
I
playing
don't think
that
she
role.
knows she black.
She
though.
What was her name? What's her name?
Zoe Zaldana.
So yeah, and she apologized later on, like 3 years later.
That she
She
should
said, "My bad, I shouldn't have did it."
She got a lot of
She
heat.
did.
I
She
needed
said, "My
that
bad, I
check,
shouldn't
though.
have
I needed that bread. I mean, I'm just.
He was a real guy.
This is my thing. This is my thing. And like we was talking about it in the group. Like you said, back in the day, you know, Catwoman was bisexual. When did you see that? This was the show when she was, or did we read it? in
No,
the
this
comic
is
book?
recent. Yeah, recently they
Recently,
within
she-
I'll say within the last 5 or 6 years.
She turned bisexual.
She's bisexual. Yeah. But back in the day, they never had those
Like,
scenarios.
It wasn't even-
Sexuality
it wasn't
does
even
not
thought
have
about.
to be a part of
I just,
everything.
if you want to do it,
I agree with
if
that.
if you want to do it, and she's exactly right, you do it. Create like Crespo said, just create somebody different.
Yeah, he stumped
What
me
y'all
with that.
say,
When he asked me that,
bisexual?
I ain't had no answer to
What
it.
is that?
That's,
Y'all
that's all
say
you gotta do.
bisexual man. Who said
I
that?
said
in the
that. Just
group?
create bisexual man.
You got a whole table. You got a whole table of executives talking about how we can make Robin bisexual.
I mean, because this is my thing.
Why can't we
and
just
y'all
do it
wanna
for a
do
character?
Robin, Superman? Like it's gonna be a what you call it, transsexual? It's coming
Yeah.
to comic books, and
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
coming.
Gonna
It's
open up a whole
Superman
other can of worms.
or Batman or somebody
There's gonna be more characters that's bisexual.
or Catwoman. Somebody gonna have
They probably will, and you don't have to write sexuality into everything.
I just don't.
Why does it belong? What does it have to do with the damn
You say
storyline?
the comic books is
Yeah.
not really based around children no more, or you saying they ain't the ones reading them. My thing was, where are we going with this? Like, why? That's my biggest question. Why?
It's the over sexualization of society.
Who got paid to turn Robin bisexual, or why?
Somebody
I
who
think
live
it's
in pretty-
inclusion. I think it's inclusion
Inclusion.
because just like if with us at work, in our job, they are very good with the LGBTQ community.
Absolutely.
Very heavy.
Right. So say if you go into a workplace where these old guys that's writing comic books, all the superheroes are white, you know, strong masculine men, this and that. You got a few ladies in there, few black folks in there. But now here I am, I'm gay. I'm hypothetically. I come in here and I'm a writer and I'm working and I'm like, I don't see no representation in none of this stuff. Like,
They created.
yeah. So
Yeah, right. Create it.
Okay.
Don't rewrite history. Don't rewrite classics. That's like, what is your point and your purpose in that? There's a way to include without doing it that way. But the problem is, it's so much sexuality in every damn thing. You can't look at anything or say shit without somebody taking it back there. Like, case in point, as children, it was certain things that, like, for me, red nail polish on the hands, oh, that's fast. So it was only, it was only on the toes. Now that's not a thing. Certain hairstyles, certain clothing as a child, oh, absolutely not, because you're a child. But when you look now, that toddler gear is serious.
off the top.
Yeah, they put kids in toddler gear and nobody sees the problem with that
Toddler?
shit.
Is that
That's-
Let me write
Yeah,
that
you
down.
got
I
it.
got
Oh, you got.
Yeah,
You
at
got.
first I
Don't
was like,
write
did
it. You
she
gonna have
say
to post
I'm gonna have
that.
to write that one down.
I did.
I mean,
yeah, it's toddler because why? But as soon as you say something about it, it's why are you sexualizing a child? I'm not sexualizing a child, but allow a child to be a child. Why does the child have to come out the house with damn biker shorts on and a crop top with her booty out, and then they got them doing the poses with the damn heel up and like look back at it and. But as soon as you say something, it's you and it's not them. And it's like, let these kids be kids. That's part of the problem. Sure, exposure happens because we were all exposed to different things at early ages. But it's a societal issue now that the exposure is like, oh, you 2 months? Go ahead and watch this sex scene because you were just going to have you posted up here, while we doing... And I'm being extra, but that's how it feels to me. That we're gonna throw sexuality into everything, and you just need to be okay with it. And my child can wear and do and say whatever she wants, and she's not being grown or he's not being grown. Yes, the fuck they are being grown.
I get the point that children not supposed to. You're supposed to raise your kids like the TV ain't supposed to raise them. If like I was telling you, if my child's 8. And they ain't thinking about nothing but cartoon laughing and why am I having a conversation that I ain't even got all the answers to?
Because society said you supposed to.
That's my only issue.
It's what they're exposed to.
I get that.
And they ain't around you.
You know what surprised me, and this happened to me years ago before any of this came about. I was friends with a teacher in the middle school, and she would tell me how they would always catch girls in the bathroom
sucking dick. Oh,
no, licking on each other.
Oh yeah.
What?
Yes, this is middle school. So that's why I say when it comes to that age thing, I think now because it's jumped up so much, that sometimes you just have to have that early conversation. I told you, I ain't got no kids, so I it's no way I can empathize with y'all about that. You know what I mean? So I step back.
Every kid work at his own pace. You can't expect.
But they're influenced by their
outside
influences.
But think about it like this. If you go to your child, let's say you got 2 children. The youngest child might catch on faster than your oldest child.
True.
So you might, let's take driving. Let's take driving. You might say, you 16. It's time for you to start driving. Kid can't fucking drive, though. You might have a child.
12.
You might be like, let's play around. Let's see if you can act,
whipping it.
Yeah.
Right.
What are you going to do? You know what I'm saying? Oh, no, you got to get your ass in here. You cannot put kids in a situation they might not be ready for. Because I remember when I was that age and shit, and my mom would be like, you ain't having sex, did you? I'm looking like, I don't even want to kiss and shit. So my mama was like, I'm good for a couple more years. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, it's things like that we don't realize. Like, you can't just say, at this age, I got to have this conversation with my kid. You know what I'm saying? But y'all, if I'm allowing my kid to watch TV when I ain't around,
they'll give you the signs. You start picking up on signs as they get older. And that'll trigger that.
That was my thing. So when it comes about, do you say no? It's not time for that because I had a certain age set when I'm gonna have it. No, but when it comes about,
when the kid brings it to you, it's time to roll.
But do you really wait that long for certain conversations when you have pedophiles
abound? No, because you ask. You ask.
So you like, ask you say on immediately. To get a gauge.
You ask just to see where they at with it, and then they might be, you might be like, you might say something. You ever had a blowjob, and they be thinking you talking about a goddamn sucker.
Yeah. But they so advanced nowadays. They got the world in their hand.
And that's
you can't babysit them all the time.
And I think, but that speaks to like having children grow up a whole lot faster than they need to. Because if you look at it, and it's as soon as kids fucking are born, phones in their faces, tablets and shit, and all of that.
Like they do more than you do.
Yeah, they do. But it's like, but then you ask that same child to read a fucking book, and they reading like, just ridiculously, and it makes no sense.
My homeboy at work said, he was like, I can just tell my child not to watch it. I said, but you still got to tell them why. Like if you gonna have a good relationship with your child, you can't just be like, don't do it and leave it like, because I said so. They're gonna be like, they definitely gonna find out. Damn, let me see what the fuck going on.
Yeah.
Remember NWA?
Yeah.
I couldn't listen to NWA
Right,
in
we
my
had to
fucking
sneak.
house.
We had
Yeah.
to
I had to
sneak.
sneak and listen to that shit.
ODB, that first
No,
album.
ODB, we a little old for that, bro. You sneaking listen to
No,
ODB?
yeah, I was sneaking listening
No
to ODB.
shit.
Yes, I
When,
couldn't listen to that
uh,
stuff.
No, we
around-
was in.
It was. I couldn't
Hell
listen to
no.
that
Listen,
around my phone. Look it up. I couldn't listen to it around my phone.
When Doggy Style came out,
Oh.
Snoop Dogg's album, I went to the store to buy it, and the guy would not let me buy it.
And what year?
So-
That was like
96,
No.
95. No, my bad. 95, 94.
Doggy Style.
Yeah.
So, I
just
mean,
listened to
I
it.
don't know. So, I probably 13, 14.
Yeah.
And that man, he would not let me buy that shit. So,
And
it
he shouldn't,
was...
because it say on the cover, it got to be 21.
Explicit lyrics.
Oh, 18. You got to be 18 to buy it.
18.
You should.
But the thing of it, but he stopped me. Now, that shit wouldn't happen.
Nah,
Nobody would be
that
stopped.
wouldn't have
And I think that's part of the issue that is happening right now, that it's okay for children to be exposed to everything pretty much at any age. There is no such thing, and again, not for everybody,
Right.
but there's no such thing as certain things being too grown for a child. And that's a fucking problem.
So Orlando, you have the youngest kids in the room. How do you feel about
9 and 11.
okay? And that's right around that age where stuff gonna start happening, especially with men. Yeah, I mean, so how do you feel about how society brings things to the forefront, and how do you get a handle on it?
Like I said before, I'll
Especially with Lola, because Lola is beautiful.
yeah.
You gonna have some. Your hair already gone, but you gonna be.
Right.
God damn. I guess that was for earlier.
One shot for another
Yeah,
shot.
that was for earlier shit.
All right, wait till these cameras go off.
Damn.
No, when it, you know, like I told Ralph, you got to have that conversation with Man immediately, because I get all my information from a fucking bus ride from the school
Yep.
to the house, and they are with students that are older than them.
Yep.
Parents don't give a damn too much, and that little 20-minute ride, they absorb so much.
And he has a relationship with his children.
That's right.
Where they come in the house.
Yeah.
Man,
Like
I
remember,
know, I
and
hear it all.
My son gonna kill me for this. I apologize to him now, but my son gonna kill me for this. I remember when he first started jacking off, because
Oh, God.
he burned himself. You know what I'm saying?
He chased.
He hit it. Yeah, he chased. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So he come in the room, was like, I got a bump on my thing, and I'm laughing because I'm like, yeah, he at that age. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I said, let me see.
How old was he?
Yeah.
I think he was like 13.
Okay.
Oh, he gonna whip your ass for this.
And so I was like, let me see. First of all, my son is very heterosexual. Like this dude here, man, I'd be like, yo, it ain't that
Right.
bad, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like that ain't what he meant, dog. You know what I'm saying? But
Good dude. I love him.
yeah, but he was. I was like, let me see. He was like, I ain't about to show you my man. I gotta see what you got going on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when he showed me, I just was like, you jacking off. I was 13 before.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was like, you dragging off. I said, just leave it. I said, leave it alone for a couple weeks, man. Let it, do what it go do. I said, put this on it though.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Some ointment or
And
something.
then I said,
Be a
it
sparring.
was at night. I remember it was at night, and I said, tomorrow we're gonna have a conversation.
Right.
Okay.
And we did. I just like, hey man, it's natural. You know what I'm saying? I said, you figuring things out. You dig hard when you wake up in the morning. You starting to get these emotions and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's have a conversation. I don't want you creeped out by
Right.
it.
You
know
didn't
what I'm
beat him
saying?
up.
No,
Yeah.
I joked at him days later though.
Got you.
Like I mean, my nephew. I mean, shit, he was going through lotion, so I knew, damn, my nephew gonna kill me too.
Yeah,
my
bro.
bad, dog.
Hey, I hope we have you next week, bro.
And my nephew was going through it. I said, yo, my man, let's have a conversation. I can't keep buying lotion. You know what I'm saying? But it's just you don't want to open their mind to it, and then you really, so you gotta kind of listen to them.
Okay.
And just add conversation, just see. My old man used to talk about trees and shit, and I didn't know what the fuck this man was talking about. As I got older, I was like, damn, that's what the fuck you talking about. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of gotta get skilled about it. You can't just come right out and be like, yo, you sucking dick? You know what I'm saying? Because I mean,
What is the trees though? Like,
yo, he would tell stories, and he would equate like growth of trees and strong branches and shit. And I used- yeah, and I'd be sitting there like, what?
But he was talking like wisdom with
Yeah,
to you.
yeah, like, and I used to be like, yo, this dude is tripping. But as I had kids and
Right.
things, like I still take some of these stories. I'm like, damn.
Do you think that's needed?
If that way is done, yeah. just be direct. Like I was about to say, like,
Okay.
let's say I'm not even gonna do it. Let's make up a daughter because I would, you know what I'm saying. I'm
Right.
definitely not gotta do that. Let's make up a daughter. Little straw, damn, fuck it.
Strawberry,
Yeah,
really?
yeah. little
Right.
Kimberly
Okay.
is my
Right.
daughter, right?
Uh-huh.
She's 11, and you know we at the table, and I'd be like, "Yo, you ain't sucking dick, is you?" Or mama ask her, you know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying? And she'd be like, "Ugh,"
You
and
know.
then she's never even had that conversation. She's never had a thought about it, so she automatically is gonna get inquisitive about it, and next thing you know, she might be out there. Like, damn, my man, like he feeling good about whatever she doing. Like,
Right.
you know, like some shit you just might not want to. You want to gauge the kids. I love seeing little girls with goddamn barrettes in their hair now.
Yeah.
I love that shit.
Yeah.
But what about the other side of this? What if you ask her and she's like, but because she doesn't feel comfortable saying it to you?
That's kind of you gotta have that
You
relationship
gotta
with
have
your
that.
kid.
Yeah.
But let's just say for whatever reason, I mean, it's sex. And so for even having a relationship, every child who y'all say is different,
That's real.
they may not that still just might make them feel a type of way to speak about that. So I totally agree with you opening a can of worms maybe if you introduce something to a child too soon. But I think we do live in a place and space now where they open up the phone, they're going to see everything under the sun. So
right.
it's like,
That's
it's
real.
this
Yeah.
balance I think that has to be found. But the overarching topic for me is that we have to really look at how children are being raised. And people have to come to terms with the fact of like, everything that happened when we were growing up, when our parents were growing up, wasn't bad. There is such a thing as kids being too damn grown. And allow children to be children. And don't allow the tablets and the phones and the TVs to raise their asses.
That's right.
Because I remember
right.
when the adults were together
Kids
and
couldn't go.
you would come around, they'd
Yeah.
be like, "What you doing? Get out of here."
Right.
But now, folks is like, "Oh, come here, let me." You know,
And they
no.
absorb it all.
And they
Yes.
kids are
Yeah.
sponges.
Yes,
Hell
sir.
yeah.
But
They
you,
just
and
go
then
all that.
also it depends on the child. Like I was a child, my mother, she didn't play that. But if something happened and I had to be in the room, sit your ass in that corner and you don't say shit and you just act like you not here.
Right.
So I would be privy to stuff, but it wasn't a big deal because of the child that I was.
Do you think, and this, I'm going back to mental health, you know, I like to attack this. Do you think that behavior that your mom put you in had an effect on how you are today? To put you in the corner and say, shut the hell up, you're invisible. In today's life, in your adulthood, do you think that has any effect on how you move in your life?
I mean, it could be because I sit back in the corner and observe. But it wasn't the
Is
way.
it an issue though? Do you think it's a bad thing?
I think it's only an issue for other people.
Okay.
I'm cool with not being the center of attention and just peeping the scene of what's happening. Other people have a fucking problem that I'm like that, but I'm fine with it.
Right.
Because that's how you see what's going on. But let me just kind of clarify a little bit. It wasn't just kind of, shut the hell up, whatever. Is you can be around us, but as a child, you don't participate in grown folks' conversations and
Right.
activities.
Don't make your presence
Like, I
known.
wasn't right. Yeah, I was not the beer fetcher, the cigarette fetcher, all
Yeah.
that type of, it wasn't any of that. You can sit there and cool, and if somebody say something, laugh, whatever, but I'm sorry, who was talking to you?
Right.
It ain't, you
Yeah.
don't
That
participate
was
in
fine.
grown folks
Let me
shit.
ask you this: did they ever call you up and say, "Hey, do that dance that
They always. That always come
I was one
around.
of
Oh,
the
yeah,
kids.
do that dance
I was one of them kids, but it was a come down here or come inside.
Yeah,
and
you
then
would
take
be
your ass
off
back
somewhere.
outside.
Yeah, and
it
then
was-
gone back.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
wasn't sitting
but
Come
there
in,
with
do
my
your
phone.
jig and go.
It's so crazy because even with my kids, you ain't sitting up under me. You just
Right.
unless we a family time, you ain't.
Yeah.
If I'm sitting with my homeboys, bye.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
You tell me to drink, go get you. And I'm ending all conversation till he gone. Like, hey, y'all hold up on that. My son come in, my daughter come in the room. We ain't about to.
My niece was like that. She
Yeah.
come in, she sit in the corner. I said, "What you doing?" Nothing. Bye.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
But people don't think stuff is too grown for kids anymore, and I don't think
a
folks
problem.
realize that it's a major fucking problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it is.
Because I don't
agree.
play that shit with kids.
yo, you was on it today because they kicked your ass in the group.
But did I care though?
I mean, it ain't about you caring.
That's why she part of the room. We
Damn,
hey, we got tough skin in here,
I
man.
always got to tell everybody you don't care.
I'm sorry. What was I supposed to say?
Don't be sorry.
It hurt my
She doesn't.
feelings.
Like
and
I
I
said,
would-
that's how I feel.
She about to piss
She
me
gonna
off
come back with an
somehow.
apology. Like,
What I mean by I don't care was
Right.
I don't
I'm
care.
gonna stand on my square with how I feel about stuff the same way other
There you
people
go.
do, and everyone has different opinions, and that's what makes.
World go round.
Yeah, because it doesn't necessarily make shit good. It just makes the world go round.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, I'm
Kawhi
also going.
goes round.
around.
I'm gonna say
Who
the
else
shit.
was that? Kyrie.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, Kyrie.
Kyrie.
Yeah, Kyrie.
I'm gonna say the
B.O.B..
shit that
Yeah.
some people don't people think, but they won't say out loud, and I'm fine with that. Cause what? Look, I'm gonna be messy now too. Cause all them super Christians that was on your post yesterday.
Right. Super
I
Christian.
just-
I kind of opened that door though.
Super Christians.
in the
Go
news.
You said you didn't read all that, did you?
I read.
It was
I read
like 80 what was it?
It was
It
jumping.
topped
It
off
was-
at like
yeah.
80
And
comments.
then it was
Jumping.
like it had
Wow,
died
whoa,
down.
whoa, you loud.
I'm always loud.
She always.
God damn.
I had died. It had died down. Then all of a sudden, I was like, "Damn, what the fuck?"
They
This
said,
shit
I'm
done
tired of
picked
looking
back
at it
up.
now. Today I ain't. I
You
saw
made
a
that
couple
an
of
announcement,
remarks.
right?
No, that was just a
No, I mean,
regular.
it
was.
At first, I didn't. It rolled.
Oh,
So
I got
but
you.
then I did it later.
That shit was
It's
crazy.
heavy right now.
But I always curious about how folks feel about the story a lot when we out here playing We Are the World.
Well, back to what we was talking about before we got out here. Like I said, if somebody could just help me with the why, I'd be all right. Just help me with the why.
They
I
keep
can't answer
telling you
that.
the
I
why though.
can't-
They
I
keep
can't
telling you
answer
it's
that.
for inclusion.
With that check.
That's my thing.
They keep
and
telling you
I
it's
am
for
that guy that y'all
inclusion. I
talking
think
about.
it's bullshit,
It's
though.
inclusion. But again, when y'all, because it took a whole new level when you brought the kids into it.
Right.
I can't speak on that. And I wish I could, but I can't. But just from
But
an
you
adult.
can because
can.
you're
I
a
don't have no
grown-ass
kids.
But
I mean,
you're a
but
grown
you-
person.
you
Right.
So,
But the
How
world
would
is
you be-
pussy today.
That's
So
true.
so that's why I can't talk in today's time. Like in our time, hell no. That shit ain't flying. Right? Bottom line. But
Right.
in today's world, I don't have kids to save.
I know.
is,
What
is
you
We Are the
can't.
World on the
Right.
is
I
We
can
Are the
talk
World
from
on
my
there?
experience.
Yeah.
I wish it
I
was.
feel you.
I can find
Yeah,
I can
he'll-
find
he'll
something.
put it on there.
Damn
That's
sure your
nice,
theme song
Don't add
today.
We Are the World.
Put on something fluffy.
I can find something.
No, that's
That-
No,
that's
that ain't not. We need
that
that
was-
We Are the World.
This
for
is
you.
this real?
Cause
That ain't fluffy enough.
That ain't fluffy. I ain't got no
turn that
fun.
off, man.
nah, that ain't.
I got one question for you though.
Uh-huh.
You said Dick Grayson. That was Robin, right?
That was the first one.
Okay.
That was the
So-
dude with the tights.
so he was-
him and Batman. G Wild was
Yeah,
Batman.
that was the first. That was the first
Right.
Robin.
So
Dick Grayson, because he found him at a circus. He was an acrobatic. His
Yeah,
family
I know
was
the story
acrobatic.
behind it.
Right,
he
so
wasn't
that was Dick Grayson.
bisexual though with
No.
Adam West.
No.
Adam West was Batman.
Yeah, they weren't. No,
They weren't
bisexual.
bisexual.
Yeah, it
How
wasn't the
you-
first one.
How you know?
I'm going off the comic books. Man. That's
Not
all
this-
I got.
this
Y'all really driving me, but I'm just going off the book.
Oh no, go ahead.
I was in my
and
middle
push your
Rolodex.
We Are the World like you were before. Don't
That's
change
what it is with the books.
I mean-
I'm going off the books. Because, I mean, even the movies, they deviate from the books.
That's real.
So all I can give you is the book stuff versus what the
Deviation
society is coming up
and
now.
trying to rewrite certain things is apples and oranges.
Like I
It's
said, when
different.
Orlando said that to me, why they ain't just come up? I ain't had no answer for it. I don't have an answer for it. I ain't got the answer to everything.
You want
But
to talk
it
about
speaks
inclusion,
back to what
but
y'all said about how pretty much the gay community, they can damn to do what the hell they want to do, and nobody will say anything about it.
Nobody will challenge it because they're afraid what they're gonna
Right?
lose.
I don't give a shit. If you wrong,
We know.
you wrong.
We know.
Yeah, we know.
you don't care.
Oh, I'm sorry. You ain't the same way.
I mean, we talking about
You
me right
ain't.
now.
We are the
We're
world.
not talking about me right now.
Said you got the hot seat
Right,
right
yeah.
now.
That's
You-
fine. That's
I
fine.
wasn't even supposed to be here today.
Wrong.
That's a
is
nice shirt,
wrong
though, brother.
is
Ain't it,
wrong.
though?
I like that shirt.
Yeah.
Shout out to Shuki.
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 All right.
Shuki
I
nailed it.
like that.
Look like you gonna have a call coming, Shuki.
A few calls. Look here, man. We way.
Let's get out of here.
We way. And we ain't even touch everything.
That's cool.
We
Next
get
week.
y'all next week.
Heck yeah.
And next week, we
No,
got
next week on
it's going to be interesting.
yo, let me I'm gonna say this to my brother right now.
Okay. I'm listening.
I need you to be ready.
Okay.
Cause this dude that's
Okay.
called, I'm gonna make sure he coming. Yo, he is definitely ready for the smoke. And
That's what's up.
I need y'all to stand on them squares for whatever it is you believe. Cause he definitely got an opinion.
Oh, I need to come sit in the audience.
That's what's
Yeah,
up.
if he come,
I want here to
it's gonna be real. It's gonna be real.
I'm ready for it. I
You know
love
what I'm
it.
saying?
Yeah. Let's do it.
I love
Kels, see you next week.
it. Better be.
I will call you R. Kelly, but I ain't gonna do you like that.
Don't do that.
But before his name is Robert, y'all. That's I
Right.
ain't actually calling him R. Kelly because of that. That's his name. His name is Robert Kelly. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I don't want y'all to be like, damn, he brought a dude on there that peeing on people. No, that's his name.
Them numbers been done jumped up.
Man, what?
Yeah, everybody.
I gotta be him, R. Kelly.
Y'all better use that shit to your advantage. Shit, a promo for the show.
Hell no. Hell no.
Use
You
that
finna
shit.
get me sued. You ain't finna get us sued.
We
Right,
right in the
right.
same jail that motherfucker.
We be at
is.
your house living.
The man named Robert. The man named Robert. He ain't made nothing up.
Hey,
Let's go.
Yeah, man. We love y'all, man. Y'all know what? Subscribe, like, hit the bell,
Comment.
comment, all that stuff. Y'all check out the website, soundproofhungroom.net.
September 30th is International Podcast Day.
You looked it
I
up.
looked it up.
That was great.
Working.
I looked it up.
He working.
Hey, man, we love y'all,
We
man.
see y'all next week.
Yes, sir.